Okay, on the alien stuff. As far as entities go, I think one of the best examples is the movie Lilo and Stitch. And I did not like that movie, actually. I watched it with my kid, and something about it rubbed me the wrong way. But it was a couple months ago, so I don't even quite remember. But what I do remember is how strikingly clear it was that I think this is how it all works. You have a bounty hunter wandering through our system, we have a runaway. Who's just screwing around here. We have two who come as tourists and are just kind of checking stuff out while looking around. You have some that are living here secretly. I think when you look at this cast of characters, this is what's actually happening. When you start reading deeply in the entity literature, about all the different types and things and encounters that happen, I think it's as mixed up and weird and random and for your own purposes as anybody wandering through Central Park in New York City. There's lots of reasons that people are there. They rarely match up. And we're here, maybe not even at a crossroads, but at a place. And some of these entities are coming and studying us like we study lab rats, somewhat dispassionately. They don't mind causing a little bit of pain, but they're not here to cause harm. And then others, I think, in some ways, are being farmed. As Charles Fort said, I fear that we are owned. And then there are others who are just coming through sightseeing. And then you get into the cryptid literature and the idea that these cryptids don't just live here. They live in different versions of here, and they're wandering through. That's why they can just disappear, and there might not be enough food to support them, but that's because they just wander through and bumble through different versions of this Earth or universes like this. And it probably sounds weird if you're not into the entity literature, but the idea that no, there's very many different types out there, and the reasons they come here are as myriad as they are just makes so much sense to me. If you want to learn more about this, there's a lot of entity literature out there, and there's not any one great book to read. You just start reading and you start hearing about more, and you need to get a couple dozen books under your belt before you start to see the grand scope of things and see the main theories that are out there. Though I'd say if you're going to start with anybody, start with like Jacques Vallée, perhaps, or Dr. Jeffrey Kripal as well. They could be good ones to start with, but I do think that Lilo and Stitch might have the entity thing kind of nailed.